All right, so I just got finished up with my trading session for the day and for the week. So the total for this week is we had 5 trades in total. 4 of them were winners. I did take a loss yesterday. I didn't have time to make a recap about it, but we did take a loss yesterday. But every other day we've taken a trade and they've been winners. So if you guys don't know, I take these trades live every single day with my OTS members. I was able to catch this trade we took today, which I ended up making around $1,200 on. It was a long position on the NASDAQ market. Let's go and roll the replay from the trade I took this morning.
Hello. Good morning, guys. So we are watching for potential pullback to this 530 area to get long. That will be our first setup. All right, so we just bounce off this yellow line here. So buyers should be trying to defend this whole area. Market should want to pull up into this 600 area. So this is going to be the play I'm going to take. We can close above this white candle here. The stop's going to be below this pullback. All right, we are in long right now. My main trim will be just before 600 at around 98. Yeah, market wants to pull into 600. It's gonna be the main target. Okay, I just trim that. Okay, we should have resistance up here, so I just want to see how much juice we have. I really don't want to hold much longer, to be honest. I'm gonna get out. This could be potential resistance.
All right, so you guys saw my plan this morning. Again, I was watching a few different setups. My bias was bullish today. This is posted 1 minute before the market open. As you can see, the main setup, I was looking for longs to take the 23,600 area. The secondary setup is if we didn't get a pullback, right? Because if we look at my chart, I was looking for us to pull back to this yellow line right at 528 and take it up to around 600 area. Now, if we didn't get that pullback, I wanted to break and retest the 616 and take it up, if you can see, to the 710, 700 area. So we can see if we get above this, we could see market push up to 23,700 area. And then the short setup is if we completely just flip bearish and break below our red line. So if we look at the actual chart, what happened today, as you can see, we got this initial pullback off the open. This is the trade I took long up to this greenish line area. As you can see, my OTS indicator printed a buy signal right here. That's the one we took. Then from there, as you can see, the levels played out near perfectly. We broke above this 600, retested it, and then we made our way up to the 700 area. And look what happened, right? We literally stalled out exactly there. We came all the way back down to the 600, retested again. OTS printed another buy signal, right? We got more liquidity down here. And again, this is why I only take these buy signals at my key levels, right? Because this is where the volume is going to come in. As you can see, another perfect trade up to this 700 area once again. And Now the market's just chopping. So obviously I didn't take this trade. I'm usually, once I get a winner, I'm done for the day. So that was it for me. That's how I ended up making the $1,200 in total P&L. Real quick, I want to go to my trade yesterday. Yesterday was the only loser I had this week, and it's really frustrating because I was very close to taking this trade, which would have worked out. Basically, I was being a little greedy. We kind of got a late entry, and I wanted to get filled. I had a limit order down at like 600, and it pulled back to 605 or so, and I never got filled, and then we ripped up from there. Then we pulled back again, and I ended up taking this signal. Now, if we already filled the liquidity up here, because this is where my target was, obviously the levels were different yesterday. The lines on my chart you see right now are from today. Typically once we fill the liquidity down here, it's going to be lower quality to take the second one. For example, even today, this trade is going to be lower quality versus taking the first one if we got here, or this one, which was the best trade of the day. Because when this trade showed up, all this liquidity already got filled up here. So again, it just depends on the market strength, but it's going to be less likely for the market to hit there again. Now it easily can, it's just going to be a little bit lower probability. I'd say this is still a high probability setup, right? Just like, the one yesterday was still, somewhat of a higher probability setup. We were a little bit more range bound. But again, it was just a second test. So I was a little frustrated yesterday from taking that loss that, the first one could have been a winner and I would have had, a perfect run this week. But obviously it's not a big deal. Again, we won the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday trades, and then Thursday loss. Friday was a win. So pretty happy with this week. Excited to move on to next week. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys want to learn more about how to trade live with me, every single day I trade live. I take these trades live and also get access to my OTS indicator that tells you when the confirmation is in place. And I simply just take these signals, the entry confirmation from my OTS indicator at my key levels. So if you guys would like to get access to that, you think it'd be helpful for your trading, so go over to the first link in the description below this video. With that being said, as always, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday morning.